Hey track fans, we are here at the British Motor Museum. It is day one of the UK Slot Car Festival. I cannot wait, I'm so excited. You can see it behind me. Get in, we're here. Time check, sync watches, 8:41 AM. I've just had a little drive by. I was thinking it's very, very quiet in the car park at the moment. Look at that. The last time I got here, it was Ramo. But the place opens at 10. So I'm expecting it will get busy about 9:30. I did do a drive-by to see if it was here because it was really quiet. I was worried it might not even be here. But yes, I pulled round to where the front door entrance was the last time and Roger Barker's on his phone. Confirmed, it's here, I'm going in. Come on, let's go and have a look. Take the spoiler off, there you go, boom. Let's just take it off. Hey track fans! Feel for it again. Oh, nice. No. Hello, Julie.
Hi.
Hello, Mark.
Hello.
Nice to meet you guys. Well, not meet you, but nice to see you again. Yeah, we're old pals. Go back 2 shows. Thank you ever so much for talking to us for a start, and thank you ever so much for being a part of putting this event on. So, when did this event start?
For
you guys?
Donington Park.
Really? Okay.
In the 20.
Well, yeah, but in organising this one, they've run from there. But
Yeah.
this one's probably taken the most amount of work, really, because normally we've run them
Back to back.
And then
Yeah.
we've had 2 years off
Oh yeah.
and completely changed the layout. And so
Yeah.
it's quite hard to make sure
Yeah.
it's all fitted.
Yeah.
A lot of work goes into aisle space and
I can
working out
imagine.
where there's tracks
We tried
fit.
to change it because of COVID. We couldn't have it the layout we'd had previously because
Way
the aisles
too
were a lot
squeezed in down
tighter.
that end.
And so we had to reinvent where it all went.
Like now, you had to do it now for this
Well,
event.
this yeah. So this is a totally different plan than we've ever done before.
I
which
thought
was a
COVID
nightmare.
was finished.
Well, it is,
It
but
is,
we
but-
didn't feel that we could bring it in because we used to have all the retail at that end really
All in
tight
one end.
and really, really tight, a lot of people, and we didn't feel we could do that anymore.
We've got more and more people coming to the event, and so with more and more people coming out, it was just getting tighter and tighter in there. It was getting really.
I tell you what, you should have went for it because one big weekend has got 80,000 people in a field 10 miles away.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Anyway.
we don't want to be the problem doing. But what I was saying is, Slot Car Festival, the concept started at Donington.
Yes.
And so we would have had the 10th Slot Car Festival during lockdown, but it never happened. So
Would you call this the 10th
we've
or
not.
November?
We haven't, no, because would you believe we'd even produced cars for the 10th anniversary before we had to shut the event down?
Oh,
Because the event was going to be obviously in May.
May 2020 would have
May
been the 10th
2020 would have been the 10th anniversary. And so, it never happened. But we'd already done some of the cars. So
Yeah.
after when the event we sold the cars out on the internet.
okay. But
So
so,
this is technically the 10th time for
Okay.
the Slot Festival. The one that you're talking about in November last year,
Yeah.
we call those our Christmas event, and they're aimed at people doing Christmas shopping because it's not a slot car festival, it's a slot car market. It's just the retail
So it's
bit.
Mrs. Brown would love to know that that's actually a thing.
Yeah, it is slot car
Yeah.
shopping. Yeah, Christmas
And-
slot car shopping.
So you bring your company, your stand,
We bring
your
our stand,
passion
but we
here.
don't have
And
as
who are
many
you
trucks.
called here?
We're scale models.
Scalemodels.co.uk.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, what got you into this?
I was on holiday with some friends and we were touring around Corsica. One day we were having a meal together in the evening and we were chatting about what was your favourite toys when you were
Yeah.
a kid.
Best Christmas present you
Yeah.
ever had was the
Your
concept.
best Christmas present, something like that. And I thought, it's got to be Scalextric.
And Nick,
So
our
Nick,
friend, agreed.
Agreed. Right, that's it. Scalextric race when we get back.
Yeah?
So
I thought you were set for Christmas.
Julie bought me a set for
Yeah.
Christmas.
When was this? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. So 30 years then, yeah. Wow. And you still love it.
And
It's a lovely
went
community, isn't it?
It went from there to buying them and
doing them
up
yourself.
and doing them up himself, and then
Yeah.
you buy a collection, and then you
we
can't get
stood
all the
toy
cars
fair.
in you can't get all the cars in your collection, and you want to do some swaps and deals. And at the time, people weren't quite as. I mean, I'll always do a deal with people. But
Yeah.
there was some who just wouldn't take cars off me.
It's good to know.
I'm going to sell it myself then.
Yeah.
We stood Buxton
We
Toy
stood
Fair.
Buxton Toy Fair,
Okay.
which is near to us.
1990 it was.
Yeah.
Stood
Wow.
Buxton Toy Fair. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and
I was in the 3rd year, or year 9 in new money. Year 9. I know.
So, and then we did Loughborough Scalextric Club.
Yeah, and I remember going there, and I thought, why have we come here? Because everybody's
Yeah.
just got the same stuff as us.
Yeah.
How are we going to take any
But
money?
it actually works.
I
It
just
actually
couldn't believe
works.
a room full of everything the same way.
Yeah.
But it does. It really
Yeah.
does, yeah.
So what's your favourite cars, if you have cars as favourites?
I do still have some cars.
Some
yeah.
people can't pick them. It's like your kids, you can't pick your favourite. Well, you can, but you can't pick your
They're all
favourite
the
kids.
vintage ones for me, so because I'm vintage. The vintage Bentley, the vintage
Yeah.
Alfa, the Bugatti, the Auto Union. Those are
Oh,
my,
nice.
they're still my favourites.
Yeah.
And there's lots of nice cars come out, but
Yeah.
still keep.
It's that workmanship, isn't it?
He's bought a Bugatti this week.
Have you?
Yeah, I still can't help
Nice.
myself.
Come on, did you get a bargain?
Well, he says I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, I bought off one of the Spanish dealers who's over here for the weekend.
Excellent,
And,
yeah.
he got a very nice Bugatti on, so I bought that.
Okay, brilliant. So when is the next event?
The next event is at the beginning of December. Is it 4th of
4th of
December?
And it's
Okay.
a winter market here.
It's a winter market.
Winter market here.
So it'll
Winter
be-
market
it
here,
won't
4th of
have-
December.
It won't have the circuits.
Yeah.
It's the retail market, so
Yeah.
you're coming
It'll have
through the
some
back door.
circuits.
Yeah, this is a festival,
This
so
is a
that's
festival.
why you got all the tracks here, and
We will have some tracks, but
Yeah.
it'll be a much a scale
Be a bit
down
leaner.
version, but
And you
the
don't have to
traders
pay to
will
come into
still
the
be.
museum.
right.
When you come in, you just pay to come into the swap meet. So you come in through the back doors.
Yeah.
You just pay to come into the market part.
Yeah.
And if you want to visit the museum, you can.
So it
but
is
you
actually-
don't have
Yeah.
to. We don't force you to.
Yeah,
Oh, here,
there's
you've
no
got to-
obligation for the museum, but it's a beautiful space.
Yes, exactly.
It's a
Yeah.
great space.
Yeah.
No, we've been around the museum.
Yeah, I'm not allowed, just because I spend hours there and not here. Okay, cool. And just before I go, if somebody wants to get involved with you and the show, if they're a trader or a brand, how would they go about doing that?
Okay, there's a Facebook page, UK Slot Car Festival.
Yep.
So that's the first point of call, or they can email us.
Yeah.
info@scalextric.co.uk.
And mostly all welcome? Is yeah, cool. All right,
Yeah,
brilliant.
especially tracks and people who want to come and race and play with people.
Yeah,
So
fantastic.
We've got some brilliant clubs here this year. FLBT are doing a fantastic job with that.
Yeah,
track.
I saw
And-
that.
And high speed down there.
I'll
I mean,
put,
they have
it's this
people
track.
You can hear the
roaring.
roaring every now and then.
Yeah.
When
Roaring every
somebody's
now
in
and
the final,
again,
you know.
Yeah.
So there's some fabulous tracks here.
For me, the polycar yesterday
Yeah,
in what I call the
competition.
polycar room, the competition.
Yeah.
It's half the guys from my club.
Yeah,
And
so
I didn't
yeah.
realise, even though we were there on Friday night chatting away, I
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't realise they were
put
coming
two and
to do
two. That actually, I knew Mick was coming for competition, but I didn't know everyone was pretty much coming to us. Oh, hello guys. So
Maurizio flies that track in. And,
Does he?
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Amazing, yeah. I've yet to meet him. I met one Maurizio out of the two Maurizios, so 1 out of 2 ain't bad, is it? Anyway, you've been great sports, Julie. Thank you ever so much for having us on the show. And Mark, nice one as well. And congratulations on a good show. We've had an amazing time so far. Still having an amazing time.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is great, 1960s, 70s, polycar, and they're off. Hi, Martin.
Hi.
All right,
How
nice
are you?
to
You
see
okay?
you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having us at the show to video your stuff. Really love being here. So what I'm doing is I'm going round. Hang on, everyone. Martin is the chairman for the NSCC, the National Scalextric. Sorry, put my teeth back in. Collectors Club. He does the most amazing thing. So he has a massive club following. He brings us news every month through the journal that you've seen on the last couple of episodes. This is the man, everyone. How long have you been doing this for, Martin?
Well, you mean personally or the club? Well, personally.
Yeah, personally.
Okay, well,
I want to know you.
Okay. Well, personally, I've been collecting Scalextrics, been involved in the hobby for over 50 years. In fact, going back to the 1960s.
That's longer than I've been alive, Martin.
Well, you know.
I love to see
I
that,
think
getting the youth in there.
1965.
Yeah?
You know, small boy, got a set.
Yeah.
And
Brilliant.
started collecting and never stopped.
You didn't stop.
Never
so I
stopped.
started, but then
Never
stopped.
stopped.
It was
Yeah.
the braids issue.
Ah, right,
I didn't know
okay,
anyone who could fix
okay.
braids, and that was it for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So what was your first car?
Very first car, yeah, it was Lotus 72, Jim Clark.
Yeah?
It was a 4-lane set.
Like the racing in the polycar room?
Yeah, it was a 4-lane set. It was a Lotus 72, a Cooper.
Love it.
Fantastic, and I just simply got hooked and never stopped. And I'm still
Yeah.
as excited about the hobby today as I was then. I mean,
So
it's,
what brought you into being the chairman of this?
yeah, it's a bit of a long story, but the club's been around 40 years.
Yeah.
It was inevitable that
Did you
events-
start it?
Sorry?
Did you
No,
start it?
I didn't start the club.
Have you been in it for 40 years?
No, I've been in it for about 30 odd years.
Wow,
An
okay.
interesting fact, actually, I was heavily collecting
Yeah.
when the club was founded,
Right.
but it took me 10 years to track it down because in those days, no internet,
Yeah.
you know, there were adverts in the
Yeah.
model mart, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. But it took me a long while to track the club down. But I've been involved in the club now for over 30 years, and I've been chair of the club
Yeah.
for about 8 years now.
So you've seen some change.
I have, yeah. And this event here is really exciting because
It's amazing.
it's where we've got
it
to.
really is
It's
good.
where we've got to.
That's
yeah,
it.
Definitely.
So how did you come about becoming the chairman? This
yeah.
is off the menu, everyone, but this is too
Yeah.
good. This is too good to
Well, it's
not
quite,
ask
it's
the odd
quite
question.
interesting. It's quite interesting because for a lot of years I was just a member of the club.
Yeah.
I had a very busy working life professionally.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to get involved with the club anymore. And then suddenly there was an opportunity to become chair, and I was asked to stand. So I did, and I tell everybody I'm the slot car collector who came in from the cold. You know?
Yeah.
And so it's been really exciting because I'm very proud of what we do in the club and how we've managed to keep the club going for 40 years.
Yeah.
And the club's in a very healthy state, and yeah, it's got a
How many
fantastic
members
future.
do you have?
We have online. We've got about 4,000 members, and we've actually got
wow.
about just over 500 signed up members. And that's pretty consistent every year. We've just signed a chap up today.
Yeah.
Who's come over from America, from New York.
Is that Dave? Dave Kennedy?
No, it's somebody else actually.
Oh, okay.
And I've seen Dave around.
Yeah. Hi, Dave, if
Yeah,
you're watching.
Yeah, but it wasn't Dave actually.
Yeah.
And,
we like
and
Dave,
we've got
he's a good
members.
laugh.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. We've got people from Australia.
Yeah.
Members from Australia
Come
here.
today?
They've come today.
They've flown over from
Yeah,
Oz?
they bought some of the cars, and
Wow.
you know, it's really fantastic. So the club's in a very good place, and
Yeah.
we're excited about the hobby. We're excited about
Yeah.
what we do, and
So-
you know what? We enjoy it just as much as we did 50 years ago.
Yeah, I can.
You know.
It's good fun. There's
Yeah,
a
it's
nice buzz
fantastic.
around the place.
It's
The
fantastic.
atmosphere is really good.
It's fantastic.
And do you know how many tracks there are off the top of your head here? It's not a trick question. I mean,
would
I
think-
thought
I-
8,
we
but I think
usually-
there's more.
We usually judge a track competition. We aren't this year, but
Oh, okay.
I would think there's about a dozen scenic tracks here, and probably around about half a dozen non-scenic tracks like this one here.
Now, I wonder why people are bringing tracks, but I've not
Yeah.
kind of heard of them as a club or an association or something like that.
Mainly it's people.
This is what we're about, tracks.
Yeah, well,
we need to bring tracks.
Well, the thing is, a lot of these tracks are guys who built their own tracks at home, and they brought them here to
Yeah.
display. And then you get people like this track here who
Yeah.
obviously do these events all the time. So
Yeah.
you've got a real mixture of tracks here. And interesting, if you go around the event and you look
Yeah.
at all these tracks, you'll see different elements of the hobby
Yeah.
in different places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With magnetic racing,
Yeah,
think racing,
exactly.
they've got the rally
They've got a
course.
rally track.
Scalextric
You'll
is
see
on
serious
digital.
races.
Slot Track Scenics
Yes,
have got
yes,
Austria.
yes.
It's really good.
And if you go there, you'll see a little figure of me somewhere on one of those tracks. Because I got scanned last year.
I
And,
did. I've painted mine.
Ah, right,
and I brought
okay.
it for
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
see Dave later
Yeah,
to
yeah.
show him
Yeah.
that even I can use gloss finish paint for my jeans by mistake.
Fantastic.
But anyway,
Fantastic.
so what do you see as the future in scale models?
Well, I think the future of the hobby is very healthy. I think.
We're looking at this.
Well,
I think
it
you're
is
right.
healthy. I think it's only going to get bigger, hopefully. I mean, one of the things that we need to do, I think, is get more young people and children
Yes.
involved. And what's great about this event, it's always great to see families
Yes.
bring young children, fathers bringing sons and daughters.
Yeah, we've
And
met a few.
and my kids. My kids got involved in the hobby when they were young, and they've got their own collections.
Are
now.
they into it?
And I'm working on my 3.5-year-old grandson now.
That's
so,
indoctrinating him into the
Yeah,
sport.
so he's excited about it, and yeah, it's really good.
Okay, cool.
Deeply.
Well, look, we're invested. We love what you do, and thank you for doing
No,
what you
thank
do.
you.
And any help we can give you, any news that you want to drop out into the universe, we're all ears.
Great.
We really are.
Fantastic.
Thanks very much,
Yeah.
Martin. Hey John, look what I found. I found John S. here at the show. John S. is here.
You know what?
Get in.
We've seen, it's quite interesting because we've seen so many people from the industry here. There's Dave Kennedy from Slot News.
Slot Car News.
Fascinating guy.
Tune in.
Absolutely fascinating guy. And we were just saying that he's amazingly got over his jet lag and come here and filmed, interviewed people despite the jet lag and being up at midnight. You were saying that he was up at midnight.
He was tucking into a doner kebab and a
Yes.
pint of Stella at
Yes.
midnight. Now, Dave, I know you
Yes.
might watch this, and it's all tongue in cheek, but
Yes.
you know why that's hilarious now. That gallon of water the next morning.
That takes some doing.
Yeah.
That does take some doing. But we've also, I met a guy which I'll upload on my video, a guy called Cuthbert who flew over from New York, to see this, and there's been a couple of people come from the States just to see this.
Yeah,
event.
and Australia as well. It's
Really?
it's the largest slot car festival in the world now, it's confirmed.
Wow. And here's the great thing for me, I'm only 20 minutes away, so it's quite, I feel a bit guilty really.
I do.
But-
People have pulled it in, haven't they? They've hooked it in.
Yeah, absolutely. There's people from Europe, we've got Maurizio Ferrari over from Europe, who does a slot
Guys from Thunderslot.
Thunderslot,
Yeah.
There's a
Got
guy
Big
from,
Bill.
yeah, there's a guy from California as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he is. He's got an outlet over in the state in California. But yeah, he'd come all the way over just to be here for this show.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
You know what? That's cheating because I've been asking everyone else. Yes.
So have I.
Yes. I have got a couple of things.
When
One
two
is-
YouTubers get together.
Yeah. I've got a couple of things.
Not
Here's
that we've
one.
got no content.
One is I've got this, which
Oh,
is the ultimate
check
guide. I
this
got
out.
the M to Z.
Yes.
So I'm going to review this. Ultimate Guide to Scalextric.
Right.
But
Are you doing a review on
yeah,
your
probably
channel?
on the channel. Yeah,
Give
yeah.
the-
probably will,
remind
probably
us
do
what your
with,
channel's called.
Well, it's just called Johnny S.
Fantastic.
because
We watched
I,
this.
it was never meant to be a slot car channel.
No,
It was
mind.
never meant to be. I happened to stumble upon Gary Skipp's 24-hour race because my classic car broke down in the car park where Gary's event was run. That's
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I never
Yeah,
knew that.
broke
And
down.
then
And
you
I saw the
rekindled
poster.
the
I saw the
passion.
poster. I thought I've got to go and see that. So that's
Fantastic.
that. But I can't remember what the hell I was talking about.
It was about what you come for.
Yeah,
you
what I've
come
come
to
for.
find.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I'm seriously. I've only got this sofa.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I really want to get.
Okay, I thought it was
There
me.
are some tin plate,
Yeah.
old, very very old 1950s cars that run on a gimbal. I'll put a thing on it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll shout
You
something
can't
to
run
do.
them. You can just about run them on Scalextric. That is what I think I'm going to get.
Brilliant.
Because even if all you do is put them in a cabinet,
Yeah.
they're a work of art.
Yeah.
Absolute work of art.
Brilliant.
So that's what I'm going to get.
Right, so,
What I think is.
so excellent.
And what about you?
No,
though?
I
You see,
thought I was going to
what-
go
what
away
are
with
you
this.
gonna buy?
Do you know, I
have you
got
bought
away with
anything?
not answering. I have. So I had a target, a challenge to get a Dodge Viper Scalextric, the blue one with the yellow stripe on the livery,
Yeah, okay.
because the image at the top of my YouTube channel is that car, and one of the stickers is one of the graphics is Make a Wish. And I just think it's a positive message to people,
Yeah.
out there, because
Yeah,
I've got
yeah.
2 years we've just been through.
Yes.
We could use a bit of wishing.
This is good to be back here actually because we missed it all, haven't
Yeah.
we? We've really missed this.
And I found it. I'm going to shout
so
him
you
up.
found it?
Yeah.
And you bought it?
Yes, £15. Roger Barker
Fantastic.
slots.
Fantastic.
So Roger
there you
Barker
go.
slots.
There you go. So we've both come away with something.
Yeah,
We've both come away with something.
I liked it.
And there you go.
Fantastic,
Yeah, yeah,
John.
and-
Good sport.
Yeah.
Good sport. Right, we're going to move on and have a
We
chat
are.
about all sorts of other stuff
Yeah,
off
absolutely.
screen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers, John. Thanks, mate.
It's a pleasure.
Top
It's a
sport. Right then, track fans. So track fans, we're on Steve and Matt's drag lane, and the chap is putting the Mini on now. This Mini goes 50 or so miles an hour. I'm going to zoom out because seriously, hold on, 1 sec. We're going to move back, track fans, because this is epic. All right, cool. Yep, watch the speed of this. Oh, get in there. There you go, track fans. I'm joined with Dave Kennedy, Slot Car News, and my new pal Cuthbert.
Correct.
So, where are you from, Dave?
I'm originally from New York City.
And Cuthbert?
I'm originally from Barbados, but been living in New York City, in New York, for over 40 years.
Fantastic. I've done a lot of interviews across the show. So, in a word, what's been your highlight, Dave?
Just kind of seeing the history of Scalextric that is kind of hidden to a lot of us in the U.S.
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of the older stuff that we don't really have too much of an idea about in the U.S. has been, I mean, I've seen some of it online, but it's been nice to see it here, eye-opening to see it here. The first time I've seen a Le Mans start or a Goodwood chicane in the wild.
Yeah, fantastic. And yourself, Cuthbert?
I'll be honest with you. For me, it's been like a kid in a candy store. I started racing Scalextric back in '68 in Barbados.
Really? Wow. Seen some change.
Competed for the '78 World Championship. That was in Trinidad, and I didn't get to the finals. However, I had a big lull in there when I moved to the United States, and to just get back here and see this much 1/32 scale stuff.
It's a lot,
I mean,
right?
it's a lot.
Yeah.
It was like a kid in a candy store. This is a fascinating experience.
So over all the years, what's been your favourite car?
I had my most wins on a Scalextric Ford Mirage.
Ford Mirage.
Known by most people now today would be the GT40.
Okay,
But
yeah.
Scalextric
Nice.
had put it out back then as a Ford Mirage.
I've just come on the picture there when you said GT40. Love it. Yeah, love it. What about yourself, Dave? Because I know you review millions of cars and parts and brands.
Probably,
Busy guy.
yeah. I have a lot I'm doing. Yes, probably the car that's nearest to my heart is probably the Cudas that I did for SCX years ago.
I asked you about that.
Yeah.
And you went, no chance. As in, like, where do I get one, Dave? And you went,
Well, there's one right around the corner here. That's the pink one actually for sale. Yeah, exactly. There will be more of those probably this year. I got to meet with SCX while I was here. They showed up. They were here for only one day.
Yeah.
And I was pretty shocked to see them here. I wasn't sure that they would be here.
Yeah.
And we had a very good conversation, I'll just say that.
fantastic. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there. I did say it'd be a couple of questions because I want to get everyone else in as well.
Great.
But these guys are taking this seriously. They come from New York and Pennsylvania. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Guys. Right, track fans, we are back. We are with 1/32 scale, strictly figures. Tara and Steve's company, fantastic company. Couple, what am I talking about? So have a quick, slow peruse through this because we haven't seen them in a few months and we might uncover something new, something exciting. Well, it's all exciting. Absolutely, first class detail. I've always maintained we're huge fans of these guys, and really kindly I will put a photograph of the figure that I was gifted on the screen so you can see it after this, but during this. So here we have a track scene. You've got various operatives doing different roles on the track. It's great for if you've got a marshalling scene that you need to encounter. Oh, seriously. So I think I'm all right to say, Tara said it's okay to say, that the building is from Magnetic Racing. So if you want one of these buildings, message Tara and she'll tell you how to get involved with them, or message me and I'll put you in touch with them gladly. But the detail is exceptional, and when you get her figures populating these scenes, well, it just goes off. Now here's something that we talked about earlier, was dogs. I said that there's a killer market in dogs. If they get a cockapoo, we're buying some. However, we have what looks like a Schnauzer, and there's a couple of other dogs dotted around. We've got a collie or a sheepdog to the lay person. Hang on, we got a man down. we have got a man down. There it is. I've just heard a sigh behind me. I don't think it's meant to be. Don't worry, we'll pick that up. Fantastic detailing all around. Penman Hill here. You know, Guy,
Hey, lovely to see you.
yeah, nice to see you in person.
Here we are.
Because Guy's always, as we say, always is in the RF, so he's here, there, and everywhere, saving us, protecting us, getting there. That's the Royal Air Force, if you don't know what the RF is. So, Guy, how long are you at the show for?
So we've been here all day yesterday, we're here all day today.
Yeah.
Great day yesterday, loads and loads of people through the door.
Excellent.
And today going really well so far as well.
So, Guy from Slot Track Scenics, we did it again.
Well done.
This is a take two. We didn't do that the first time round either. What's been the highlight so far?
I think for us, you know, we've sold quite a lot of stuff, we've done a lot of scanning, but actually it's really great just to have everyone back here again. You know, away for 2 years, really great to get back post-COVID. So
yes,
no, great to have everyone back.
And are you seeing lots of old faces too then,
yeah,
in that
lots
case?
Of old guard are coming back again, really good to see them. Lots of new people as well, lots of people getting into the hobby, so really enjoying it.
So people want to know, we have a couple of set questions which we'll get to in a minute.
Yeah.
But did you finish the track with the roofs?
It is there, it's all here. I'm sure we'll get it shown later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
we'll put something up across the bottom of the screen.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's popping in here now and showing people those snazzy roofs.
So all the roofs are in, some more final bits to do, and the customers ordered a load more figures to go on it as well, which is great. So his circuit's going to look absolutely fantastic, and we can't wait to show you and everyone else, Pete.
I'm coming over because
Super.
little do the people know that you're only 2 miles away from this show.
Close.
So what are you doing later?
A
couple of laps on the Barcelona track that's been left behind. So just you're into, I mean, I'm not going to do actually some of these questions because we covered it in your episode. So if you have a look over here or here somewhere, you'll see a link direct to that episode. It's as close as we had on the show as going viral. So thank you for that.
Brilliant.
You did our channel some analytical love there.
Super.
At the show, I know it's a bit varied. If you take the scanning out of it, what's been what have people been asking for?
So a lot of people have been looking at our new grandstand pack, the GS1. Which is a small grandstand with sort of seats, plastic seats to go into it, and also we've got a new diorama pack that's come out with all 15 figures, all scanned, all actual people that I can tell you all the names of and all the relationships of them.
Yes, okay.
And also a nice set of bits that go in that pack as well. So cool boxes, hats, bags, all the things you'd need for a day at the racetrack.
Okay, brilliant. All right, Guy, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to show the guys a few stills following this bit of video so they can have a quick whip round the track and whatnot. But thanks ever so much.
Thank you,
and thanks for your service as well, mate. No worries. Take care. Ta.
I'm Rick Woods, I'm the editor of Slot Car Magazine.
Yeah.
I'm the one that colours in the pictures. I'm the graphic designer, Mark.
Rick and Mark.
Yep.
Nice to meet you. I'm Pete. Track Fans TV. Nice to meet you guys. Thanks for having a moment with me. So I've got a few questions here I'm asking of all people around, just to gauge your thoughts on the industry really and what's happening. So, who's going to read it? Because I can't see him from here.
How long have you been doing this?
Yeah, he's good at reading.
How long have you been doing this?
We've been doing this, we must be up to our,
67th issue.
It's 67th
So
issue.
10 years?
About 10 years.
How often do you release them?
Bi-monthly.
Bi-monthly, every 2 months.
Okay, cool. Just for the next question, how do we subscribe to it?
We don't do subscriptions because we're only a two-man band, so
Okay.
we haven't got the resources behind us to do that. So hard copy available from Pendles,
Yep,
yeah, and PDF online, obviously.
yep.
You can just download that after payment, of course.
Yes, of course, yes. But that's what I was getting to, is how can we get it? How can
So,
we
yeah,
get
the
something in on the
website,
action?
www.slotcarmagazine.co.uk.
Perfect. So why did you do this? And I've got to hear this because some people say to me, why do I go and put myself in front of a camera and do this? So I can't wait for this.
I think we ask ourselves this question.
Why are we doing it?
Why are we doing this?
There was another guy whose idea it was, and we said, okay, we'll help out. Then Sean asked us, just us two, to go on our own, changed the magazine title slightly, and we've been going ever since. We just putting out that we don't make a profit, but we don't lose anything either. We do it for the love of the hobby, and that's it. Why do we do that?
Well, I think there was a gap in the market. We always wanted to do a paper copy one. There's quite a lot of online stuff.
Yeah.
But being sort of
you're
old
right.
codgers, really,
Yeah.
we like paper magazines. And, we thought they're great because you can put them away for 10 years, lose them, and then get them out and think, oh, whatever happened to these two? You know?
Brilliant. And just to sort of slightly remix the next question, I'd normally ask people what the favourite car is. I would say, what was your favourite, what would you call it, article or piece, or what was your favourite bit of journalism over the years that you sort of...
We did one on the Tom Tom, the TV show. I don't know if you're old enough to remember Tom Tom?
No.
No, right, okay. It's basically a programme similar to Blue Peter.
Yeah.
And they used to run a Grand Prix. 2 days after the real Grand
just
Prix?
a couple of days after a real Grand Prix. We used to simulate it using slot cars.
Yeah.
And we were both sort of quite taken with this as...
Yeah. Huge strat. It wasn't... What you saw on the screen didn't actually happen. It was a lot of manipulation, but as a viewer you didn't realise that. So...
really
fantastic.
the imagination.
You worked with those guys.
But we managed to get in touch with the original producer.
I think it was the producer.
You actually got to see the original models that they used. And we got interviews and stuff. This all came together in the really early days of the magazine. It was one thing we thought.
It was a real
if we could do Tom Tom, we've both sort of seen it.
And then it happened.
And then we managed to get, and it's sort of exploded a bit. And this guy got us all these pictures and stuff from behind the scenes. Oh, that was a real moment. Wow, so glad to get that.
Fantastic.
So if anyone, look up Tom Tom on the internet, and there are pictures. Or read the magazine.
We'll do that. Make sure you put slot car after it, Track Fans.
Question.
What's the future of the slot car?
Yeah, interesting, because we've seen a lot of change with things like digital. Obviously people have ventured into different scales years and years ago, so that was seen as a development at the time. Then digital, then we've got apps on our phones to monitor different outputs of electric to the car for fuel, for weather, for whatever. But what next?
Being old codgers.
It's very hard to know, really.
I mean, we've been through ups and downs. Slot car industry went right. What is it? Mid 70s, just
radio
plummeted.
Control came in. Initially, slot car was in a boom time in the 60s, and then radio control came in and gave it a bit of a hammering then. It sort of recovered from that, and then the game thing came in, and
What about then getting in the car? So like the drones, they have put the headsets on and they go. Because I know you're in a track, so you're kind of not going to damage yourself or anyone else, but to actually know how to slow down and how to accelerate out corners.
I reckon I reckon you'd have to slow the whole thing down because you're doing a scale speed of nearly 1,000 miles an hour.
I know. I know.
So, yeah.
Yeah, things have happened a little bit quickly, I think. It's really hard to see how. I think the trouble is an older generation who are sticking to the traditional ways of stock racing and stuff like that.
Cool.
Who aren't getting any younger.
All right.
And I'm not sure if there's enough very young people coming into it to
in the
keep
clubs
it going.
in the club scene. We've got one youngster, whereas 15 years ago we had six youngsters, like 10-year-old coming through. So sorry, we're running out.
I know what you mean, because I go to Rockingham Slot Car Club every Friday to race, and bar Rob and Simon, I'm the youngest guy. And there's normally between 9 and 12 of us on a regular basis, alternates people per week. But so that's kind of like what I'm trying to do here. I need to get some more people in, so I'm not losing for at least 2 weeks anyway until they get used to the track. Because it's a track. I'm 45, and if you take Rob and
but to us, you're a youngster.
Oh, cheers! You know, you guys are going to be at the front of the video for that.
You're.
Young chap came round.
It's between. That's when I was winning everything, sort of between 30 and late 40s, and then you gradually start getting slow.
Your reaction speeds. You say that though. Some of the chaps like Mick and Mick, believe it or not, two Nicks, two Nicks. Who'd have thought it? Mick and Nick in particular are probably mid-60s because they might watch this. They're about mid-60s and they are doing significant lap times, 8.10s, and I'm running 10.3. And I'm no good, but they are, you have memory muscle for the track for sure. So, Rick and Mark, you've been sports,
no worries,
and our late arriver.
Graham Pritchard, that is.
Graham, nice to see you, Graham.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers for that, guy. Mac, Pete, nice to meet you. You all right?
Yeah, not so bad. Yourself?
Good, yeah, not too bad, Tar. So, track fans, this is Mac. He's one of my 3 figure providers. Website is 132models.co.uk. Yeah. There you go, check it out. So, what I like about Mac is he has got the hot dog guy. That's my favourite thing. So that's how we sort of got talking. Mac, for the track fans out there, how long have you been doing this?
Been doing this since October last year.
Right, okay.
So I'm fairly new.
So about 6-7 months?
Yeah.
Excellent. And where are you located?
We're located in North Wales, a little place called Blaenau-Ffestiniog.
Yeah.
This is our first show this year.
Okay,
so
yeah.
It was a bit of a trek to get down here.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
And so obviously you're passionate about it because the painted figures you've got in the box are next level. They're really, really good, mate. And I've seen some figures. What's your personal favourite piece?
It's got to be the guitarist.
Yeah?
Yeah, out of all of them, the guitarist is my favourite to paint, and it looks awesome.
Okay, cool. So we know mine's the hot dog, and the nice thing is with people buying painted and unpainted figures but how do you find that?
I would say roughly about 70% buy the painted versus the unpainted.
Okay.
But it's so good for people to see what they look like after they've been painted.
Yep. How long on average would it take the average person to paint a figure if they bought something that was unpainted?
I would say on average it'll take about an hour and a half to paint a figure.
Does paint dry quite quick then?
Yeah.
Okay, I know there's that adage, watching paint dry. So you don't want to sit around watching paint dry, but yeah. What's the uplift for a painted to a non-painted figure? So is it sort of like, for instance, would it be £10 unpainted, £15 painted, or is it different kind of expensive? But is it radically, is it twice the money to buy painted versus non?
You would think so, but it isn't. By the time you've bought the paints, the brushes, and all the accessories to go to paint that model, you can easily spend about £15 to paint one model by the time you've bought the paints and everything. And sometimes it's just easier just to buy it already done.
Okay.
So,
or if you've got money and no time. So if you've got money and no time, get your wallets out and say hello to Mac. Okay, right, Mac, nice insights. I love what you're doing with your stand. I like your detail. And, you know, I am quite lost for words when I see people who do figures, because the creativity, the detail is exceptional. So, and you are. Paul, nice to see you, my man. Come down from Nottingham.
Nottingham, yeah.
And when did you arrive?
10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 bell.
Yeah.
Good. And what's your... So, I've been asking people 5 questions, like the exhibitors, so I'm going to ask you them.
Go on.
So this is completely off the cuff, track fans. And Paul is one of the best track fans ever, so I know he's bang up.
Dedicated.
That's it. So and I only read them to everyone so that when you see it, you'll see me reading the same questions to everyone. It's not just coming out of my random head.
Go on then.
So, how long have you been into slot cars?
Ooh, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Is this a rekindling? Was you into it as a kid, or is this?
Oh, actually, no, I was. Yeah, I got my first AFX set.
Okay.
In the early 90s.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I haven't heard
Figure of
that
8.
around a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Love it. What cars did you have for that?
F1.
F1.
Yeah.
And so, what got you into it again then? What was the kind of catalyst? What was the trigger?
Lockdown and children.
Lockdown sucks.
I already had
children are okay.
Yeah, yeah. Children are all right. I already had a train set that I built for my son, and he was like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So, and we did all the scenery and did the control systems, and yeah, it was really good. He was really into it, and we had like the sounds on a tablet, all of that. So it was really good fun.
Brilliant.
So we do get that out, but not very often. Scalextric is kind of something.
Evolution.
Yeah, the evolution. So
on that note, I've got an idea what this might be because we're pals.
Yeah.
We're good pals. This is the first time we've actually ever met each other.
Yeah.
So we've known each other a year and a half or something now.
Yeah.
We talk regularly, WhatsApp, on the comments.
Yeah.
And what is your favourite car?
Ooh, favourite car? I would say a rally.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What, BTCC cars?
BTCC, yeah.
Mini or Honda Civic?
Honda Civic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, either the Honda Civic
magnets or not?
No magnets.
Ah,
no.
I love it.
The generic
Hardcore.
Scalextric's rally car is really, really underrated. Really underrated. Yeah.
What makes it special?
I don't know. It's just
because it comes with a flat chassis, perhaps.
Yeah.
That's always a start.
Yeah.
A good start. What about tyres? Are the tyres any good?
Tyres are really good. The stock ones.
Yeah.
So they're on. I think they're on all the start cars.
Yeah.
Okay. Really good rubber. True them, varnish them, and I think they're like 10 mil thick. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do you think's what's the future for slot cars? I mean, what would you like to see happening? What
do you
think should happen?
I don't know. I think Scalextrics need to get involved with kind of the non-magnet stuff.
Yeah.
Polycar is huge.
I've got an idea.
The diamond track is revolutionary.
Ace, isn't it? Did you see the polycar room?
Yeah, I had to go.
My club are in there racing.
Oh,
at the
really?
moment. Brilliant.
Oh, in the back.
Yeah, they give me sticks because they've not seen me in this capacity before.
Yeah.
So they're like, "What are you doing, Pete?" It's like technical. I'm like, I've been commissioned by the NSCC to record the place and meet and chat to people. And they're like, "Oh right, are you racing?" I was like, "No, no, of course not. I've got people like got a reputation." And what's the best track you've been on so far?
The rally track.
Racing,
oh
rally
my gosh.
Track. Ian and Doug do a good job.
Really good. The scenery's amazing. I bought the container cafe.
Have you got
just
that?
Released, yeah.
They sold out today.
Know, yeah.
You're the reason. Brilliant.
Had to get it soon as I saw it.
I'm after the Dunlop Bridge, it's no secret.
Oh, that's really good as well.
I know,
yeah,
they said they're going to look after me, so come the end of tomorrow I'm going to, scuff one and see if they'll donate it for a review.
Yeah.
Paul, you've been amazing.
Yeah.
Good to meet you as well,
you too,
finally.
Pete. Yeah.
Fantastic.
We've met.
Yes, indeed.
What's your name?
Adrian.
Adrian, I'm Pete.
Hi, Pete.
So nice to meet Adrian. Adrian's travelled from, where have you travelled from? Derby, so not too far. Well, actual Derby or? Derbyshire. This is my best friend lives in Alveston. So and the other guy lives in Nottingham. So all around there. And Aid's a big track fan, so it was nice to see him on the thing. We did have conversation with Paul, who I shout out to yesterday. He was here. So tell me a couple of quick questions for you. What's your favourite car?
Night Rider car, new one.
Night Rider car?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine.
Yeah, I got that, the Night Rider car. I got that yesterday, yeah. How long have you been into slot cars?
All my life.
Yeah?
Long time.
Really?
30 years.
So you didn't get out of the hobby, you stayed in the hobby?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah?
We used to have the old Porsche Le Mans set when we were kids.
Okay.
And then I've got a big setup in my shed now.
Yeah.
16-foot back straight.
We might have to do a road trip, Aid.
Yeah, definitely, mate, yeah. Yeah.
All right, we might have to do a road trip. Aid, I'm going to catch you later because I've got to get Guy because he's super busy.
Cheers,
You've been a good sport, man.
Same to you, mate, yeah.
All right, see you soon. All right, track fans, so I'm back in the den, as you can see, and what a fantastic show. I tell you what, if you're still watching this by now, fair play to you guys. Anyway, there was a couple of things I did want to say before signing off for the show. Firstly, Scalextric, Simon and I, the brand manager, had an interview, technical reasons. I don't know what happened, but I don't have the interview. So, Simon, if you fancy it, I'd love to come down to your place, have a look around, have a chat with you and the team, maybe do an episode on it. There you go. There's an invite. I hope you'll accept. Few shout outs to people that we didn't manage to squeeze into the film. Connor, nice to meet you, mate. And your dad, Simon, top bloke. Mac, Cozzy, of course. Perfectly, it was great to put name to the face. And then shout out to North Staff's club. We met Janu. Janu, you're a top bloke, nice one. Can't wait to get up and see you guys either. And there you go. So that brings you to an end of what I think has been a fantastic episode in the Track Fans TV history. It was the UK Slot Festival 2022 in Gaydon. Completely and utterly blew me away. It was fantastic. 2 days. Awesome. Actually, before I sign off, a little footnote to our friend Dave Kennedy. I've recorded this after the show, actually a few days after the show. And there's been report he's actually had an accident covering an event and he's broken his leg and he's in, he's housebound. So Dave, if you're watching this and you have made it to the end, my friend, we're all thinking of you, buddy. Get well soon. And on that note, track fans, I'll catch you all soon. See you on the next one.